When Sayyidina Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, rahimahullah, became Khalifa, he was appointed to be Khalifa, and Khalifa of almost 3 continents. The head of 3 continents, not a joke. Firstly, he didn't want it. And Raja ibn Haywa was one of the famous tabi that time, rahimahullah, Raja ibn Haywa. And Khalifa appointed him and told him that I'm going to write the name of the Khalifa on the piece of the paper. You gather all the ministers, all the important figures of this Khilafah. And among these people, you will announce the name of the next Khalifa. Everybody was praying to Allah, asking Allah, Ya Allah, that his name appears on the paper. It was a one single soul, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, who was praying to Allah, Ya Allah. If he wrote his name, you change it. You have the qudrah and power over everything. He said, and he came to Raja. Raja, I have a request. You please open up the paper. If it bears my name, please you erase it. I don't want to be the Khalifa. I cannot fulfill the responsibility of the Ummah, because they knew that it's not the kingship, enjoyment, entertainment, enjoying their life at its fullest. They were knowing that is the highest level of responsibility. I'm responsible for each and everything of the people who are my subordinates. I'm responsible for my subordinates, my subjects, my people, my citizens. So I cannot fulfill this responsibility. That's why they were escaping. They were just running away from such responsibilities, because they were knowing that in dunya we may be enjoying, but in the akhirah we shall be held responsible for this. However, Raja said, I cannot, is amana with me. I cannot betray the amana. I cannot betray the trust. So he gathered all the people. Everybody is praying to Allah. His name appears on the paper. When he opened the paper, he loudly read, Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. The moment Umar ibn Abdul Aziz heard it, he fell unconscious there. After he regained his consciousness, then he said, okay, now I'm ready to take this responsibility. But before this, I will return all the wealth of the people which has been taken unjustly by our governors and others. Not only this, he said to his wife Fatima, rahimahullah, when wife bears the witness about the taqwa of the husband, then definitely he is a pious guy. Otherwise, wife, even if husband happened to be very pious and righteous, she doesn't agree. When wife bears the witness, and she says, I have seen, there might be many people who might have performed more salah than Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, more siyam than Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. But I have not seen a person who's having more taqwa than Umar ibn Abdul Aziz, more fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He would all the time, his eyes will always flow for fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he called upon his wife, Fatima rahimahullah, the daughter of Khalifa. She was daughter of Khalifa. And he said, you have to choose between the two, either your wealth or your husband. If you choose wealth, because she was having enormous amount of gold, ornaments, jewelry. I know Umar ibn Abdul Aziz said, you have to give it all in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he got it everything and put into the Baitul Mal, into the state treasury. And then he was not getting enough food to taste sweet. That was their concept of responsibility, that we are the guardians of the people. We have to protect the property rights of the people so that no one can do any sort of injustice to others.